So this is the third league of the day. Let's spin the wheel and see what we get. We're playing Soulflayer. All right, the spice shall flow. So this deck is built around the card Soulflayer. Soulflayer is a 6 mana 4/4 with Delve, and it says if a creature card with flying was exiled with Soulflayer's Delve ability, Soulflayer also has flying. And the same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. So you want to play as many of those abilities on creatures as possible, get them into your graveyard, and then delve Soulflayer into them. So we have Striped Riverwinder, which we can cycle and has Hexproof. Atraxa, which has Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink. Zatalpa, which has Flying, Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Indestructible. Samet, Voice of Dissent, which has Double Strike, Vigilance, and Haste. So those are the main ones. And then we have one Sylvan Caryatid, which has Hexproof, but can also act as a ramp spell. We also incidentally have a Hooting Mandrills with Trample. So you may notice the Neoform package is still in this deck, as it is something that we can do. We can get Tasigur or Hooting Mandrills and Neoform them into Atraxa, or we can delve Soulflayer and Neoform that into Atraxa, or we can just play Soulflayer. And in order to enable this, we of course have Otherworldly Gaze and Grisly Salvage to put a bunch of stuff in the graveyard. We also have Soulflayer 2.0 in Urborg Scavengers, a 3 mana 2/2. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, exile a target card from a graveyard, put a +1 counter on Urborg Scavengers. And it has Flying, First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance, as long as one of the cards that it's exiled has one of those abilities. So it's kind of 3 mana Soulflayer. You can even exile your opponent's stuff and then get those abilities on Urborg Scavengers. We have Collective Brutality as a removal spell / duress / life drain, I guess, that can also discard big stuff into the graveyard for Soulflayer. And then lastly, Oracle of Tragedy, 2 mana 1/3. When it enters or dies, choose one. Loot, or shuffle up to 4 target cards with mana value 3 or greater from your graveyard into your library. We're mainly going to use this to loot. We then, of course, have the Bug mana base with 4 copies of Mana Confluence. And that is the main deck here. Sideboard, Stubborn Denial, Ray of Enfeeblement, Thoughtseize. 1 Gifted Aetherborn, which provides Death Touch and Lifelink and can come in against aggro decks. 1 Back to Nature, 1 Abrupt Decay, 1 Damping Sphere, 1 Pithing Needle. So let's jump in with worse Neo Atraxa, but more fun version, and see how this turns out. All right, crossing our fingers. How is this going to go? Make your predictions now. Are we 0-5ing, or is this going to do better than that? Or are we 5-0ing? All right, we're on the play. Round number 1. Well, we got Neoform, and we've got Gaze, so we just need to find a Delve creature, I guess, although we only have 2 of them, but we can just find Soulflayer as well. All right, keep. Darkslick Shores, go. Plains. All right, Facing Humans. Otherworldly Gaze, bin 3 lands. Back to us. Well, there's a Talpa. Blooming Marsh, go. Mutavault. Coppercoat Vanguard. All right, so we take 3. Do need to find something pretty soon. All right, Gaze away. What are we hitting? Another 3 lands. All right, it's just not our day. Draw. Another Zatalpa. Well, I think that's it, boys. I think we're dead. Play Blooming Marsh, go. I mean, I wasn't expecting to hit literally 8 duds in a row, so it is what it is. I guess I can still draw a Delve creature right now. Animates Mutavault. We take 8 and go to 9. They play Dauntless. All right, Delve card. Let's go. Delve card. Nope. More useless nothing. All right. Concede. So, Hexproof is way more important in this matchup than Indestructible because they have exile-based removal. So, let's see. Ray of Enfeeblement in, Abrupt Decay in, Gifted Aetherborn in. What is going away? Probably can cut some number of the big payoff creatures. So this. Can't really cut any of the enabling cards. So yeah, get rid of Zatalpas except for 1. And then, 1 Atraxa? Just like cut most of the high-end stuff, I think, for more early interaction. That's probably fine. All right, submit. On the play, we do have Grisly Salvage and Soulflayer, so let's keep that. Botanical, go. Plays Recruitment Officer. All right, cycle the Riverwinder. Draw Ray of Enfeeblement. All right. I'm probably just casting Grizzly, though. Darkslick Shores, pass to the opponent. Coppercoat Vanguard again. Very well. I'm almost certainly just casting Grizzly. Yeah, all right. Recruitment Officer. We go to 17, and then we will cast Grisly Salvage. All right, we're milling over Striped Riverwinder, Tasigur. We can loot with the Oracle. So if I just delve Soulflayer, then it just has hexproof, but it's just a 4/4 and doesn't have anything else going for it. That's really bad. I probably need to take Tasigur as a blocker and then Ray the Coppercoat Vanguard. Yeah, let's do that. So then back to us. We drew Neoform. All right, well, we're doing that. So yeah, we're doing that. Shock this in, cast Tasigur. Not getting rid of stuff I don't want to get rid of. So this, and this, and then we have to get rid of one more thing. So Gaze, leaving Stripe Riverwinder in the graveyard. And then Neoform, green, blue, eat Tasigur, go grab Atraxa, trigger. All right, so I can put a bunch of stuff in my hand and then potentially discard to hand size. So Abrupt Decay is the instant, Collective Brutality is the sorcery, Zatalpa as the creature, Mana Confluence as the land, right? How much mana do I need next turn? Potentially 4. Mana Confluence, and then that's everything I can take, right? So done. And then we go to end step, discard Zatalpa. Discard Zatalpa to hand size. All right, back to them. Plays a land. All right, do they just have Brutal? No, they have Ossification. All right. Even though we have Abrupt Decay, though. Dauntless Bodyguard, choosing Coppercoat. Take 5, go to 10. Okay, so I can Ray Coppercoat, I can Abrupt Decay, Ossification, get Atraxa back, and then... So that's 3 mana, so then I can just play Blooming Marsh tapped, or am I doing anything else? I can Soulflayer this, it's hexproof, double striking, and still have Abrupt Decay up? That seems pretty friggin' good. Alright, Soulflayer, eat the whole graveyard, black, black, and then just pass back to them. Plays a Gonjo, another Coppercoat Vanguard, okay. Activates Mutavault. Super confused about that, their attacks are terrible here. Alright, Abrupt Decay, Ossification. They know I have it. I put it in my hand with the Atraxa. Atraxa triggers, grabbing, Brutal, Otherworldly Gaze, Aetherborn, land. And then go to blocks. This blocks Coppercoat, first striking it. This blocks the Mutavault. Oh no, this can give Indestructible here. Yeah, that's fine. Block here. All right, so then we gain 1. Huzzah, we have 1. All right, I guess I just run this back, same thing. Yep, just run it back the same way. All right, we've got removal, we've got milling into scavengers. This is good. The double mana confluences kind of hurts, but that's fine. Hopeful Initiate. Blooming Marsh, and then just go and probably just try to Ray that. Mutavault, Thalia. I guess I'm forced to Ray Thalia then, because then I can't do anything else. So if I Ray this, now it's just got to be correct to hit Thalia. So yeah, sure. That resolves, and then we just take 1. Dark Slick Shores. Don't do it now in case they play Adeline or something. Yeah, because if they play Adeline, I'll kill that, and then I'll Brutal the Thalia. Dauntless Bodyguard is fine. All right, so Ray this now. And then we'll Brutal the Coppercoat next turn. All right, so that happens. I could Urborg, copy Thalia, eat Thalia, have first strike. That doesn't seem great, though, because I kind of want to have Hexproof first. And then I can just Brutal this, Gaze. All right, so Brutal, cast... -2, I think I probably do need to drain. So I can discard Oracle of Tragedy. So kill this, drain the opponent, and discard Oracle. And then back to them. Another land. Activates Mutavault. Thalia's Lieutenant. Ugh. Alright, so now we take a bunch of damage here. More from our Confluence. Alright, Gaze. Tracks in the yard. None of this is useful. So just bin everything. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to copy Atraxa first, or is it better to just get first strike? I guess it's better to get first strike. No, it's better to get Vigilance, so that I can Vigilance and then attack next turn and get first strike. Although, this still leaves me in a position, I'm basically forced to use Raven Feeblement. I go to 7, so Urborg Scavengers, take Atraxa, I'm at 8, and then I have to race, so I'm effectively at 7. This can't attack anymore, probably. Or this can't attack anymore, probably. Or they just swing everything. And then I Ray like this one, and I take 3, 4, maybe more than that. I'm basically forced to do it, though. So Urborg Scavengers, trigger targeting Atraxa. No, if it's Atraxa, I have to trade, right? Yeah, the problem is I need first strike so I can block in a way. I guess if I take Atraxa, I can block here, right? They attack with everything. I kill this, and I take 6 and go to 1 unless they play Brutal Cathar or something. They don't attack with the 1/1 if I take Atraxa. They swing here. I kill one of these. All right, I take Atraxa. I have to just take Atraxa. Go ahead, opponent. Thalia. So I have to do this now. I have to kill Hopeful Initiate. Kill Hopeful Initiate. Thalia hits the board, pumps this guy. Another Dauntless. makes this indestructible. No, they're choosing Thalia to be indestructible, sure. So then I don't block and I go to 1. Super rough. So yeah, the only other thing I can target is Thalia, right? That gives me first strike, but that's it. So combat, swing, trigger targeting Thalia. So then I go back up to 5, play a land, but then I'm still, am I surviving this? I get to first strike before damage. So back to them. I guess I could have Grizzlied for a Delve creature, but then I'm taking a bunch. Recruitment Officer grows this guy. It doesn't matter what that grows to because I can just hit it. Mutavault. Do I survive this? I don't think I do, right? I block here. I'm gaining 4 going up to 9, and then I'm taking 10. Wait, why do I not gain more than that? Oh, because Thalia hit me. That's why. Yeah. Unfortunate. So if I had Grizzlied right there, I would have Grizzlied into nothing. Yeah. All right. They just got it before we did. On to round 2. So if I had taken Thalia instead, it gets to block Dauntless Bodyguard, but then we cannot attack them anymore because we don't have Vigilance. On the play for round 2, I've got, yeah, Striped into Grizzly into Urborg. So keep, play Sanctum, go. Hive of the Eye Tyrant, Witch's Oven. All right, cycle this. Would you gaze? Back to us, Blooming Marsh, go. So Rakdos Sac, Soken's-On, another Witch's Oven, and no plays from them. All right, black, green, Grizzly. Okay, I don't want to take either creature, so I'm just going to take Dark Slick Shores. All right, so let's just get Hexproof right now. Urborg Scavengers, targeting Striped Riverwinder. Is this Modern or Pioneer? This is Pioneer. Then back over to them, and then I can grab Zatalpa, which has Vigilance, Takanuma. So they haven't played anything in the first 3 turns except for Witch's Oven, so they must have like some kind of really good payoff for all that. Mayhem Devil, yeah. All right. Go to combat, grabbing. If I grab Double Strike right now, I put them to 12 and then they're dead next turn. No, they're not, right? This goes to 4, they go to 12, and the next turn it's more. So I guess it's better to just gain life and get out of range of Mayhem Devil. All right, so go to combat, swing, trigger, grabbing Atraxa. And then I guess if I found a Delve creature, I would play it right now. So let's go. Let's see, I'm more likely to want to play Tasigur, so let's leave this open. Black, green. All right, Beseiju is a good hit for getting rid of these ovens if necessary. And play this and pass to them. So next turn, this is a 5/5 double striking, flying, vigilant, lifelink, death touch, hexproof creature. I don't think they can beat that. Unlucky Witness. Deadly Dispute triggers. So they target us. We go to 23. Witness exiles 2 cats. Blightstep Pathway. Plays cat. We go to 22. Attack with Devil, 19. All right, cycle the... let's just cast Gaze. All right, there's Soulflayer. So graveyard, graveyard. What am I even Soulflayering into? I guess just leave this on top. Yeah. Is there a Soul Bond deck in Pioneer? No. So over to us. Go combat. Swing, trigger, target Zatalpa. So this represents death in 1 more turn. And then I can just play Soulflayer and copy Zatalpa Atraxa and Hexproof. Yeah, all right. So black, black, Soulflayer, delving away Atraxa, Zatalpa, Striped Riverwinder, I guess Mandrills, whatever. All right, and then just hold open Beseiju, I guess. I don't see any way they could possibly win from here. So the cat right now represents a bunch of damage. All right, I guess I should just Beseiju this oven. Why not? I'm not doing anything else. Cat comes back. Yeah, we're at 26 still, and both of these creatures are lethal, and they can't attack without me gaining a bunch of life. Although I guess they can Witch's Oven. Deadly Dispute. All right, we have won game 1. What do I want? Abrupt Decay to kill ovens and devils. I can Needle on Oven. That doesn't do anything. Rave Enfeeblement doesn't do anything. So Thoughtseize is like a maybe card. Meh. Really don't care about that. This can block, but whatever. So then that leaves what? Get rid of 2 of these. I guess, do I even want Collective Brutality? No, I don't want Collective Brutality, actually. So let's leave these in. All right. Submit that. I guess they play Blood Tithe Harvester, but it's basically killing 1 creature in their whole deck. So I presume they maybe have Graveyard Trespassers. Like, they're going to have some kind of graveyard hate. No lands is a mole. Still no lands is a mole. All right, I guess this is a keep, and we put back Zatalpa, and I guess I'm just going for the Atraxa plan, so let's put back Striped Riverwinder. All right, Blackleaf Cliffs. Thoughtseize. Well, there goes that plan. Yeah. All right, we drew Soulflayer, so that's not helpful. So back to the opponent. So yeah, mold to 5, and then we got Thoughtseized, and our hand fell apart. Well, Abrupt Decay is a thing, at least. At least we can interact with them once. Third land, plays Devil. All right, kill that. Third land for us. We're one away from being able to play stuff. So back to them. Fourth land, Cat, and Gigantha to hand. All right, there's our fourth land. So shock that in, play Tassiger. All right, back to them. Deadly Dispute, the Cat away, because they know we have a Neoform. All right, we won. On to round number 3. So you're asking, is there a Soul Bond deck that uses the black card? But what would that give you, though? That's my question. Like, okay, so let's say you have Urborg Scavengers or Soulflayer and you have Soul Bond creatures. Why they concede? Don't they run removal? I guess they just didn't draw any. Or whatever removal they have doesn't kill Tassiger. They're probably just thinking, like, I assume they can't answer it right there. So they're like, well, they know that I'm going to Neoform for Atraxa and I'm going to go up, 3 to 4 cards probably. And then they still have to find an answer to Atraxa. You're just asking how the deck works. Soulflayer gets the evergreen abilities of anything it delves. So you have looting and milling cards, and then a bunch of creatures that have those abilities on them. So you mill or loot away cards like Atraxa, Zatulpa, Striped River Winder, whatever, and then you Soulflayer, delve them, and then Soulflayer has all their abilities. The most important one is Hexproof, followed by... The most important one is Hexproof, and then you can cobble together the rest. Although there are still things that will beat a Hexproof and Indestructible Soulflayer, like Liliana the Veil can Edict you, you can lose to Farewell or Sunfall out of blue-white control. So it's not foolproof. Basically, you want to play against decks that don't have counter spells or... Yeah, so you don't want to play against blue-white, and you're on all likelihood not fast enough to beat Lotus Field. Nykthos can also be a problem, because they can just combo off before your creature matters, even if you delve into double strike plus flying. All right, round 3 on the draw. We've got multiple cycling, but no second land, so if we brick on the second land, we're dead, so let's just mull this. Well, this hand's not great either, but I'll keep that. Getting rid of Mana Confluence. Breeding Pool tapped is very likely to just be Lotus Field. All right, Dark Slick Shores, go. Would a mono-green budget deck work well if you're starting off as a Pioneer? By mono-green, do you mean the Nykthos deck? And by budget, what do you mean by budget? All right, Grizzly Salvage is pretty good. So it's some kind of BTL, but with Plaza of Heroes. All right. Marsh, go with Grizzly Salvage up, and then we'll delve Soulflayer hopefully next turn. It's Lukka, Rona. Karn. Oh man, if they just grab Tormod's Crypt right now, then we're just screwed. Yep, there's the Tormod's Crypt. Well, I can't do anything but just use Grizzly Salvage, so... All right, I mean, we're gonna do it. There's no doing anything else. Grizzly Salvage. I guess I'll grab Riverwinder. Now, will they pop it now? That's the only question. They didn't pop it. All right, so I can give myself Hexproof, although that's not great. Although it's also Hexproof into Neoform. It's pretty good. So Soulflayer, delve away this one, this one, this one, this one. Black, black. I can't believe they wouldn't just pop it right now. All right, play Botanical, go. So we can not kill Karn because we don't have flying. Karn minus, what are they getting now? Essica's Chariot. All right, so we just don't have good attacks because then they'll just play Chariot, make 2 blockers. I guess I can Brutality one of them, attack Karn, and then they're forced to block with the other one. No, they're not because they just crew Chariot in response. Right, so, all right, cycle this, then back to us. So if I Collective Brutality a cat, they go crew Essica's Chariot, then I don't have an attack here, but I don't have an attack anyway. All right, let's go Collective... -2, and I guess I'm going to duress them to see what's going on. Cast. Target the opponent. Target a cat. This one and black mana. Discard Atraxa. And let's see what they do here. So crew Chariot. Resolve Collective. They have Atraxa and Tyvar. All right, I'm just going to Soulflayer right now, and then I can Neoform next turn. Atraxa, Riverwinder, Brutality, Gaze, black, black, go. And then I can still just Neoform next turn. This at least lets me kill Karn, like right now. I guess I could have Neoformed for Atraxa, but I can do that either way. So let's just use my graveyard up while I can before they pop this Tormod's Crypt. They grabbed Kinnon. So yeah, it's a combo deck that I presume is using Rona, and we just haven't seen it yet. Kinnon, sure. So they do have Atraxa next turn, plus Karn. Plays Tyvar now. Mills hits Elf Kinnon. So Elf comes back. Plays Mana Confluence. All right. Drew Zatulpa. Terrible draw. All right. I'm going to wind up Neoforming this anyway, so I should do it now in case there's other stuff I can do. So Neoform, eat this one. Grab Atraxa. Trigger. All right. What am I doing here? So the only instant is Grizzly Salvage. Mana Confluence for the land. Creature, I have to deal with their Atraxa, right? So Neoform for the sorcery. And then the only question is which creature do I want? So if it's Mandrills, I can Neoform that, assuming they don't pop Tormod's Crypt, but they're just not popping it for whatever reason. All right, let's grab Mandrills and done. Then go to combat. This attacks Karn. Karn dies, and then we play this, and then over to them. So then they get to untap and play Atraxa. They have a lot of mana as well. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, potentially 11, 12. And then I have to trade my Atraxa for theirs. All right, here comes Atraxa. So this is their picks. They could take either Elf or Caryatid and either Mana, Confluence, or Botanical. They pick Confluence. They picked Elvish Mystic. Plays Oath of Nissa. Sure. Now they found Rona. Plaza into Rona. And then they can do 2 activations. They get to activate it, and then they get to Tyvar untap it. Well, there's Mox Amber. So now they just need Retraction Helix. They discarded Mana Confluence. Have you played Karuga Fires yet? Yes. Well, I played Yorion Fires, not Karuga. Discards Elf. So yeah, they still have another untap with Rona. All right, what's going now? Discards Kinnon. All right, so they have Besage You and 2 unknown cards. Plays another Rona, untapping this Rona. Then they loot. Discards a land. Then this Rona resolves, and they get 1 more loot shot. But then they're out of mana, right? Yeah. Oh no, but if they find... No, yeah, then they're out of mana. Discards Blooming Marsh. All right, they have no attacks here, so it's back to us. I guess let's just gaze. All right, none of that's going to help me right now, so just bin everything. So back to me. The problem is they get so many looks next turn. So I guess I have to send both of these at Tyvar. Then we'll trade Atraxas, and then I Neoform this one, or I Neoform Hooting Mandrills. I should Hooting Mandrills now in case they realize they can pop Tormod's Crypt. I have no idea why they're not just popping it. Hoot, eat the graveyard. Combat, swing at Tyvar. Oh, they're just going to block here? All right. Well, this also has Death Touch, so sure. It probably is correct to just Neoform this and draw a bunch of cards to try to find an answer to Rona. What do I have? I don't think I have anything main deck that kills it though, right? Yeah. And I guess, no, Collective Brutality doesn't kill it either. Yep. So nothing kills it. So let's just try to salvage and put some stuff into play. So green, black, Grizzly Salvage. All right, there's Urborg Scavengers. Okay, so let's do that. And then let's go land, Urborg Scavengers. He doesn't have any ability. I guess I can eat his Atraxa, right? Target your Atraxa. All right, back to you. They get at least 1 more loot, if not more. Double red. Oh, they have Lukka. Loot, play Lukka, go get another Atraxa. I don't think I can win this. They can always pop Tormod's Crypt in response to Zatalpa being in the graveyard. All right, new Atraxa. There's Retraction Helix, so now they win. Do they? They have Kinnon as the outlet, right? Oh, they also found Karn off of all of that? Yeah, all right. Well, I need to use the bathroom, so we'll just 6 through this. Let me know when I die. All right, we dead yet? Yep, we're dead. Okay. Oh, let's see. This doesn't matter, because if they are in their combo turn, they can just bounce it with Helix. Needle does matter, because you can name Rona. Erupt Decay matters. Probably Thoughtseize, Stubborn Denial. All right, so let's go with all of that. And then what do I want to cut? This plan doesn't work, because they just combo us. So, although I do need Double Strike to beat an opposing Atraxa. So I can't get rid of all of them. This can go... What else? I do need all of this. All right, so cut down to 2 copies. This is too slow to beat them. So yeah, all that can go. Really, the Soulflayer plan itself is probably too slow to beat them a lot of the time. Let's see, these guys. Oh, Collective Brutality seems atrocious. Yeah, they have elves to kill, but whatever. So cut that. Let's high roll it. Play 3 of these. All right, submit. Well, that seems pretty good. Let's keep that. Shock this in. Back to you. Elf, let's gaze. Probably everything in the bin. Stubborn Denial is pretty good, though. What does the math work out to if I do it this way? I put all 3 in the yard. It's basically, there's a 1 to 2 turn difference. Yeah, let's just bin everything. I guess not quite, because I'm going to flash gaze back, right? Yeah. Ooh, let's just decay this now. Kill your elf. Back to them. And then next turn I have Hooting Mandrill's Neoform. Plays Botanical. Play what in the world is this? It gets plus 3/0 as long as it has 3 oil counters. Add 1 mana of any color. When it becomes tapped, exile target card from a graveyard and put an oil counter on it. Hooting Mandrills, eat everything. Neoform. All right, Traxa, trigger, Stub, Needle, Thoughtseize. Zatalpa's the only creature here. I guess, no, Stripe Riverwinder's also here. Stripe Riverwinder and Overgrown Tomb. Done. Back to them. Third land, plays Karn. All right, that's not too bad. I can also just Needle the Karn, or just hit it. Karn 4, Wishclaw Talisman. All right, Thoughtseize. All right, they conceded to that. And then we go on to game 3, and this stays the same. Yep. Yeah, all right, run it back. So to answer your question from earlier, no. I know a lot of players want to play on a budget, but there's very few options to actually do that. It's like if you want to be competitive, you usually cannot play on a budget. There are exceptions, like 8-Whack or Cobalt the Red, however you want to refer to it in Modern, is relatively budget compared to all the other decks, and that one is somewhat competitively viable, although I guess not anymore now that Bowmasters is out. Pre-Bowmasters it would have been. Well, 3 Soulflayers is not going to do it, so mull that. That might do it. So keep this and bin Atraxa? Yeah. Multiple Thoughtseize is a Needle. Seems pretty good. Elf. Dark Slick, Thoughtseize. Huh. Should take Lukka. Or not Lukka, Kinnon. Yeah, take Kinnon. And then over to them. Plays Oath of Nissa. Plaza of Heroes. Plays Botanical. Alright, Thoughtseize again. Atraxa in hand is going to be a while, although they do have the mana to get there. I can always Needle Lukka, but they can always answer it. So let's just take Lukka, and then I guess there's no reason to Needle anything right now. Should I just Needle Karn or Rona? There's like multiple things they can top deck that just screw me. I guess I'm supposed to wait. All right, play that tap, go. There's Rona. All right, so now I Needle Rona. Not sure why they're not attacking there. Needle, name Rona Herald, and play this tap, pass it to them. Mana Confluence, swing at us. We take 2, go to 14. They are 2 mana away from being able to cast Atraxa. We are many turns away from being able to cast Soulflayer because we can't fill the graveyard up and we missed on lands. So back to them. Plays Oath of Nissa. Sure. There's the possibility that I'm supposed to stub this just so that I have the mana next turn for Soulflayer. I guess I actually am supposed to do that. All right, let's stubborn that. They pay 1. Whatever. I just need to get Soulflayer out. There's no guarantee they'll even hit anything that I can stub. Sylvan Caryatid, yeah. All right, but they are 1 mana away from casting Atraxa. So then we take another 2, go to 12. All right, Soulflayer, eat the graveyard. Oh, I don't even have green mana. I didn't even realize that. Wow. Okay. Well, I have to draw green mana. They just naturally drew all the way up to Atraxa. All right. So there's Atraxa. Bam. They have their combo in hand. Although they have their Attraction to get Needle off the board first. They took Mana Confluence, Rona. All right, do they not realize that that doesn't work? They Retraction to their Rona. Doesn't matter, you can't activate it. Oh my god, we can't do anything either though, so we're just gonna die to Atraxa beatdown. All right, pass. Another Oath. Finds Karn, and then Karn can find the answer for Needle. Kinnon. Excellent. Yeah, so infinite mana plus Atraxa. Even if we Neoform into Atraxa next turn, we still lose. 7 from Atraxa go to 5. So there's Karn. They can Karn for Haywire Might or just, I don't know, Leveler. Might Stone, Weak Stone. And then they actually have enough to cast it, so then they just kill Soulflayer and we lose the game. All right. Well, those are all terrible draws. So we have lost to drawing poorly. On to round number 4. All right, we're on the draw for round 4. Multiple Grizzlies and Gaze is fine. Keep. Opponent is a Giganta deck. Steam Vents. All right, so some sort of shenanigans are afoot. Shock this in, go. Another Steam Vents shocked in. All right, cast Gaze. Everything in the yard. So it's not Gear Hulk creativity. Well, there's Soulflayer. I can just jam Soulflayer right now, but if it just hits a counterspell, then it's so bad. All right, shock this in, play Caryatid. Impulse. All right. Mutavault. Okay, it's got to be a creativity deck. It's just not Gear Hulk creativity. They just keep passing. Grizzly Salvage. All right, so let's grab... So this is another 5 cards in the yard. That puts 9 cards in the yard. I'm going to delve 4 of them. So I can Soulflayer again next turn if the first one fails. So grab Soulflayer, then black, Soulflayer, delving Zatalpa, and then the other ones don't matter. All right, they do just have a counterspell. So if I hadn't had Grizzlied, then it would have gotten through maybe. Plays another Mutavault back to me. All right, let's just Soulflayer again. So land, Soulflayer, eating Zatalpa, Soulflayer, Oracle, I don't know, this one. All right, does this resolve? Animates Mutavault, so they're going to make disappear with casualty. Make disappear with casualty. Yeah, so no pay, no pay. All right, in that case, let's Grizzly. So Grizzly Salvage. At this point, I may actually just wind up hard casting Atraxa, so let's take that. And then play Tasigur, eating this, and this. Black. All right, pass to them. Plays a land. Fiery Impulse on Tasigur. Fiery Impulse on Tasigur, sure. All right, I guess I am playing a tap land and passing. Odawara. All right, Flashback Gaze. Let's keep, so it's been Neoform, and then let's keep this here and then this on top as well. So we have back-to-back Atraxas. All right, play Atraxa. Green, blue, black, white. 1, 2, 3. Opponent has Flip the Switch, sure. Can't pay for it. So they gotta be a Transmogrify deck. So it's Izzet Transmogrify into Atraxa. Transmogrify into Atraxa. That's obnoxious that it reveals everything in the same pile. All right, what are they taking? So the pile starts from here, right? Yeah. So I don't care about which land they're taking. Sokinzon, Shark, Flip the Switch. All right, play Atraxa. Trigger. So they get to hard cast Shark Typhoon next turn. Fading Hope. Wow, this is unbelievably obnoxious. They just have every card at every turn to stop what we're doing. All right, what am I doing? So they have Flip the Switch, so I can't even play Atraxa again next turn. So I guess I can, what? I have one Atraxa left, right? So I do have Neoform. So I can Hooting Neoform, pay 4 for the Flip the Switch. So take Neoform, Hooting Mandrills, Gaze Beseiju for the Shark Typhoon. All right, done. And then pass to them. Then we're going to get smacked for 7 to 9 damage, depending on whether they want to animate Mutavault or not. Oh, they can just kill us because they have Sokinzon. Right. This may be one of the dumbest matches I've ever played. It's like they Heart of the Cards tutored for exactly what they needed every single turn. All right. Thoughtseize for sure. Stubborn for sure. Nothing else. So this is maybe actually viable, although they do play burn spells, although it's questionable how many of them they'll keep. Collective Brutality also matters. So the Oracle of Tragedies don't really matter. Although, yeah, the Oracle of Tragedies don't matter. And then after that, I'm not sure what to cut. Delve guys into counter spells is kind of bad. So it only works if you Thoughtseize them ahead of time or have stub up. Let's just shave on a bunch of stuff. All right, run this back, I guess. I guess I would rather have Zatalpa than Samut. All right, run that. This hand's just terrible. Yeah, all right, mold that, even though it has Gaze. All right, this is much better. So bin a Neoform, and then we're gonna Thoughtseize them. Thoughtseize opponent. What do you got? Make Disappear and Flip the Switch. I guess Flip the Switch is the more annoying of the two. So take Flip the Switch, and then pass to them. You have to pay more for it, and they get a token. Riverglide Pathway, back to us. We should just cast Grizzly Salvage on their upkeep. All right, Grizzly Salvage. They drew Spell Pierce. Come on. All right. Opponent continues to Heart of the Cards tutor whatever they need. Cycle Riverwinder. All right. Can't Soulflayer now, so pass. Back to us. Can't do anything, because even if I cast Soulflayer, then they just disappear it. So pass. Mirrex. Cycle the Riverwinder. All right. Pass, and if they use Mirrex, then I'll Grizzly Salvage in response. All right. Grizzly Salvage. Black, green. I need lands. Both of these tap, unfortunately, but take Botanical Sanctum. So then back to them. Get hit by the Might. Go to 14 and 1 poison. All right. Well, I can attempt a Soulflayer, and then it's just going to get countered. But there's never going to be a time to do this in any other way. So Soulflayer, eat Zatalpa. Just Zatalpa. That's fine. Now, I guess just Riverwind. Yeah, Zatalpa and a bunch of other spells that don't matter. I just have to force them to use it. I'm not going to be able to get around it. So there's Make Disappear. Can't pay. Play this. Go. Plays their Mutavault. Hit with the Might. All right. Play this. Pass with Gaze Up. Make Impulse. And then they have another Might to make. 2 Might hits. We can actually lose just to Mirrex. Incredible. Reckoner, Bankbuster. All right. Gaze end of turn. As much as I need hand disruption to get stuff through here, I can't win if I don't actually find like a Delve creature or something. So bin everything and then flash this back. All right, can I afford to wait a turn for Collective Brutality? Mandrill's Collective Hooting, or Mandrill's Collective Neoform. If I don't go for it right now, they make another Might token, and then they can go Crew Bankbuster, and we go to 3. All right, top. And I also have to spend the Mana Confluence mana. All right, yeah. Top. There's just like no way they don't have a counterspell, so I have to wait. Makes another Might, sure. Just attacking with all the Mights. Very well. We're dead in literally 1 turn. Plays another Mirrex. All right, so Collective Brutality. Target creature gets -2 and reveal hand. And then choose them, kill a Might token. Discard one of the Neoforms. So this has to resolve or we just die. Because then if it doesn't resolve, then they just make another might token, and then we're dead regardless of whether we neoform. Make disappear, sacking the might that we're targeting. Okay, so no pay. All right, green mandrills. So they just have to have not another counterspell, otherwise we lose. Neoform, blue, green, sack this. Does this resolve? It amazingly resolved. All right, Atraxa, trigger. That doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet, though. All right, I need to play Tasigur probably right now. So Mana Confluence, Tasigur, Stub. Maybe I need to play Stub. Neoform, so done. Play Mana Confluence with Stub open. So they get to make another might, and then we block one of the two mights. Gain 7, and we survive any onslaught. All right. Yeah, makes a might. Blue. Fading Hope. I can't believe... Yeah, all right, whatever. Stub this. So then we pass with no shields. All right, Cyclonic Rift. All right, whatever. On to the next round. That was one of the worst games I've ever played. Just awful. All right, move past it. Round number 5. All right, we're on the play for round 5. This hand's not bueno. Mull. All right, this is better. Been a Oracle. So Blooming Marsh, go. Temple Garden from our opponent. Shock Den plays Shaper's Sanctuary main deck. Okay. Well, over to our opponent. Brush land. So it's Boggle? No, Angels with main deck Shaper's Sanctuary. All right, Grizzly Salvage. So I guess I'm taking Urborg Scavengers here. All right, Urborg Scavengers eat the Striped Riverwinder to acquire Hexproof and then pass. Overgrown Farmland. Attacks with Giada. We go to 18. Plays Righteous Valkyrie as a 3/5. Very well. All right, so let's go Oracle of Tragedy and draw and discard. So then discard Zatalpa. Then go to combat, swing, trigger, get Zatalpa. So now we are immune to being blocked. And from now on, we will have Flying and Vigilance. Mutavault. Attacks with both flyers. We go to 13. Coco, sure. 2 Resplendent Angels. So they're going to make a bunch more angels. All right, at least I get to take Atraxa and then start gaining life. Wow. That's just absolutely nuts. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, can we even survive a hit from this? This is absolutely insane. I can only neoform this into another scavenger, so that doesn't help. All right. Combat. Swing, trigger, targeting, Atraxa. They don't even have to block this. I literally have nothing to do here, eh? I guess I'm going to neoform this. Neoform, sack this one, and then this trigger goes off, so we loot. So draw, discarding Zatalpa, right? And then we're going to get another Scavengers. Yeah, so discard Zatalpa. Then Neoform resolves, grab another Scavengers, and this one triggers and gets the Zatalpa, and then pass to them. So I have 2 flying blockers that are both indestructible, and I can kill one of these gigantic angel tokens. Another Shaper Sanctuary, another land, another Shaper Sanctuary. All right, Angel Mana. Plays another Giada, which will come in and become huge and trigger the Valkyrie, which will then trigger these guys to make gigantic angels. This is just so dumb. All right, so they don't even have to attack until they get to the point where they just have overwhelming force and I can't block them anymore. Yeah, so then they gain, 10 life. They gain 10 life, and then so both angels trigger, and they put more absolutely huge angels into play. And then I just can't even do anything. Well, I can't do anything, so I may as well attack to get lifelink in. I guess I should attack with both to grow one of them. So, to grow both of them, rather. So, combat. These trigger off anything, right? Not just creatures. Yeah. Swing, swing. Triggers. This one targets Giada. This one targets Coco. They can just block this one. I guess they're just not even bothering to block. Sure. Play Watery Grave tap to go. All right, am I dead? I get to first strike this one, block this one. I go to 41, and then I'm taking, yeah, lethal. Oh, wait, they're attacking with this one? All right, I can first strike this so that the anthem goes away. So first strike that and then block the biggest one. I think I'm still dead, though, right? They can also anthem their guys with this thing. Oh, no, it only anthems itself. All right. Well, let's see how the math works out. Pump this thing, sure. Wow. They did 42 damage. Okay. I thought I might survive that. Ray of Enfeeblement, Abrupt Decay, Thoughtseize, Oracle's out, Samet out, Caryatid out, Brutality sucks here. Most of their creatures are too big for that to kill. I probably shouldn't cut all the Oracles. Hexproof's probably way less important in this matchup. Cut that, bring this in. All right, I guess let's do this. So we just gotta race them. All right, on the play. Yeah, we've got Soulflayer. This is fine. We're taking damage from Mana Confluence, but whatever. Mana Confluence, go. Tap land. All right, cycle the Riverwinder. Land, go. Plains, rest in peace. Oh my god. All right. Well, I'm going to Grizzly anyway, because I just need to find lands now. So, yeah. I guess Dark Slick Shores. Very well. Rip. We drew Beseiju. All right. Well, I guess I'll just play Urborg Scavengers. Why not? I don't have anything to exile currently, so I may as well just... There's no reason to Beseiju right now. Bishop of Wings, sure. All right. I guess I Beseiju the Rip. Beseiju gets exiled, and then I Thoughtseize them, because I can't do anything while this is out. All right, so Beseiju that. Gets a tap Temple Guard, and then Thoughtseize you. Jesus. There's nothing I can take that... Collected Company, Righteous. I guess there's like always the possibility that they brick on Coco. They also just don't have a fourth land right now, so I guess I just take Righteous Valkyrie. All right, Righteous Valkyrie, and then go to combat, swing. This eats this and gets flying, and then over to them. 3 mana. They drew another Righteous Valkyrie. Okay, so we go to 10. Neoform does nothing here, so combat, swing, exile this. That's a 4/4 at least. Then just play another Scavengers. Oh, that's actually bad, because then I'm just losing life for no reason. I guess I just pass. And then they play Giada, gain 6, and then I just hold this on defense. Yeah, Giada. Actually, can't even hold it on defense, because then they can just play another Giada. Yeah, so take 3 here. Well, there's another land, but it's not doing anything for us. Play this tapped, go. So we've lost the game. It's just a matter of how long is it going to take. 5th land. All right, land, go. Coco. Another Righteous Valkyrie. Yeah, we're dead. All right. So what a disaster. So even though this deck has the same Neoform plan as the regular Neoform Atraxa deck, it's way less consistent because you're not playing as many of the single pip delve creatures, and you're not playing as many just like filtering cards because you have all of this junk filling up your deck so that you can Soulflayer it. So even though the deck is playing Grizzly Salvage, it feels just way less consistent. So I think it's probably just not viable. As much as cool of and memey as it is, it's probably just not viable.